Alright, I'm back. Hello everyone, Scooter Wolf here. It's Sunday, August 2nd, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm in Camden, New Jersey. And riding here for another motovlog for a number of different reasons. One, I've never really ridden through Camden before. It's a city that I've lived next to for a number of different years. And Camden has a pretty bad reputation. It used to be literally the murder capital of the country, among other crime statistics. And it has been in the news lately because of its success story. It's one of the cities where the police were actually defunded, and the funds were allocated to other departments and other resources, and it's actually been quite a success story. And Camden has gone through this sort of really nice revival, and we're going to go through some pretty good sections. Whoops. We just went by Harley Cemetery over there on my right, which is where Walt Whitman is actually buried, one of Camden's most famous celebrities, the poet. There's a bridge named after him, among other things. And this is also along the lines of one of the hospitals. There's a number of different hospitals in Camden that are part of its revival. And so we're going to actually head down towards the downtown section. And there's also Rutgers University, which is also another sort of really nice area around it. We're going to see the good and the bad. So that's one of my reasons for riding through here. My other is a test. I'm going to test my new cameras. My GoProMaX, which is right here in front of my handlebars, as a sort of secondary camera on me. It's in hero mode. And I also have my replacement camera, the one I actually traded in to get the GoProMaX, and that is the TechBeam or T2, which is over here on my side, kind of a low angle, something a little different, more cinematic. And for kicks, I also added my Rylo. So actually I've got 4 cameras I'm shooting with, which is going to be really interesting, if not technically difficult and challenging, but we'll see. Yesterday I was shooting and it was a disaster. My wife was with me and we saw a traffic accident. We had to deal with a asshole biker being an asshole, trying to sort of pass us and run us off the road, quite literally. Please don't cross, thank you. And you know, just mistakes were made with how I was mounting the camera and everything, and just you learn from those mistakes. So hopefully I'm going to go out today and things will be a little bit better. Didn't really quite like the angle I had the GoPro mounted on. It was a, you know, it was very straight on view, but you know, also at eye level. So I want something a little bit lower today, a little bit more cinematic with luck. So we'll see how that goes. So the last reason is I have been nominated for the 3x3 challenge by a fellow motovlogger, Travel and Motovlogs, out of Australia. And the 3x3 challenge is where you are asked a question, you answer it, and then you nominate 3 other riders, motovloggers, to also answer the question. And so the question is, how has the pandemic changed my plans for riding? And that's easy and kind of difficult to answer. So easy is I can't ride as much. I mean, here I am riding and I'm going to Camden, but you know, I can't go on longer trips. Here in New Jersey, it still has a lot of cases and deaths, and so going to other states, you might be quarantined, or you're just taking a risk. Short trips like this, not a problem, but you know, they're okay if it's something different, someplace you haven't gone before, or at least I haven't shared with the viewers. But on my long-term plans, yes, I've had to make some changes. I was really hoping to ride up to Ottawa, Canada again, to attend the film festival that I go to every year. And this year, because of the pandemic, the film festival has been canceled. I take that back. It's actually online, but it's not really quite the same. So I still might think about, maybe if it's, an interesting venue for watching the movies online and everything, I'd still want to support the film festival. I might look into buying a ticket or whatever the case is. But that's off the table. I have never been to a scooter rally, and this is my 10th year of riding, and every year something happens where I just can't go. There's normally a conflict in the scheduling of things. I'm doing something, I'm teaching something, and so I can't go. Or there are restrictions. So some of the rallies I actually wanted to go to were for classic scooters. Whoa, I'm gonna not make that. And he went for it. No, I'm not gonna do that. And I have a maxi scooter, and so I would not be able to participate in any kind of like group rides or whatever. I would be the outsider looking in, and that's just not fun. I don't want to pay all that money just to be excluded, so I haven't gone to. But because of this pandemic, a lot of the rallies, probably for motorcycles as well as scooters, have just been canceled, and it's just not going to happen this year. Again, that is off the table. So unfortunately, that's another change of plans. So what do I do? Well, I do have a lot of things in the vault, as they say. I did go to Nova Scotia last year. I've been waiting to really sit down and edit that. So I look forward to doing that. Where I teach, at least one of the universities where I teach, they are going online for their teaching. So I have to do a lot of prep for that. But I'm going to be in front of a computer screen all the time, and so that'll give me more chance to edit things and be more productive in that regard. So I kind of look forward to that. And I still might have more time despite teaching online. And as odd as it sounds, like 90% of that is just prepping to teach online. And it feels like 10% of my work and energy is, the online session, and everything else is just prepping for it. So I might have to shoot demonstrational videos or create PowerPoints, gather resources, lots of things. I'm going to be busy. So this pandemic is, making an impact on everyone, not just, us motovloggers. It's everyone. I'm sure their plans have been changed because of that. So it's frustrating, and I almost feel like, just take almost everything off the table. There's discussion of professional sports, and can it happen? Some have a better chance of doing it than the others, but if someone gets sick, if a coach gets sick, if a referee gets sick, what's the plan B? How does that affect everyone else? It's like the snowball effect. Not good. So it's holidays are going to change. My wife and I get together with her family for the holidays. Can't do that. At least so far we can't. We've been trying to avoid some things. Some people in her family have got the virus, and they're quarantining. Whoa. Okay, buddy. And that's Camden. Yeah, that was a little bit of the craziness that happened yesterday. Not fun. So I'm content of just saying, a lot of the things that we look forward to happening over the year are just not going to happen. It's easier for me to sort of accept that. I'd rather we, do all the right things we can to make things better, to, flatten the curve, as they say. And it appears that this is a second surge, or at least in the south and in the west. Here in our area, some restaurants have outdoor dining and people are going to that. But that just seems weird, because you're, having breakfast, lunch, dinner with a friend who you haven't seen in a while, but none of you are wearing masks and you're eating. That just seems like you're going to be exposed just as much. So I'm not going to do that. That's just not an option for me. I would rather wait until things are really better. I do want to see people, but no, I don't want to expose anyone, and I don't want to be exposed. Simple as that. So I'm looking forward to next year, and hopefully things will be better that way. So I want to nominate 3 other people, and the first 2 are actually new subscribers who I just recently discovered, and they're motovloggers in my area, one here in South New Jersey, another one in Philadelphia, and the last one is actually on the West Coast. So the first one is going to be Misplaced Motovlogger, who motovlogs in the county north of where I am. I'm in Camden County, he's in Burlington County, and been watching some of his videos. Really nice stuff, really nice guy, and so I will nominate him. The second one is a Philadelphia-based motovlogger, Moto John, but John is spelled J-A-W-N, and that's a Philadelphia term, John, which really just means thing, you know, like any kind of thing, and it's kind of a fun slang term that lots of people use around here. So it's an inside joke. If you get it, you might just think it's the guy's name if you see it, but no. It's definitely quintessentially Philadelphia. So I am going to nominate him. And the last person is another fellow 360 camera motovlogger, Landshark 530. I hope that's right with the number. And he's been doing some really interesting stuff. Really, really cool guy. Really watch his content. So I'm going to nominate him. And we're going to turn off here. I'm going to try and get under the bridge. Well, not quite under, but I go over the Ben Franklin Bridge a lot of times in my videos, but I'm going to explore the other parts of it. This is a part of Rutgers University, and this is actually a really nice section here of Camden. And some places in Camden are like night and day. You can go down one neighborhood and it's just bad. And others, it's like amazing. And this is kind of like a quaint little area. And up ahead, you can see the bridge. There's some road work, but we're actually going to take a left here. And I'm going to pull over and I'm going to do some still photography and time lapse as well. But look at that. That's just an amazing view. So cool. And I love this bridge, and it's fun to ride over, but also just to see it. It's just an interesting architectural and engineering marvel. Constantly working on it, repairing it, renovating it. I don't know how old it is. I just wish that the tolls were cheaper. It's $5 to go over. You pay just going over one way, not on the way back. And, okay, this guy's getting out of his car or something. And I wish it were cheaper for two-wheel riders. You know, you pay just as much as everyone else. And, you know, some people have more axles, more wheels. And maybe they should pay a little bit more, or we should pay a little bit less. But here we are. What can you do? So, yeah, beautiful view. There's the Delaware River. So, yeah, I'm going to pull over here and try and get some time-lapse imagery. And then I'll get back on and we'll continue. All right, be right back. the people that I have nominated: Misplaced Motovlogger, Moto John, and Landshark. I hope you guys will accept this nomination and do the 3x3 challenge. And once again, you answer one question and then pass on the same question to 3 other motovloggers. And the question is, how have your riding plans changed because of the pandemic? What's different? How are you adapting? How are you dealing with it? And take it from there. I'm home, and hopefully all this footage will work out, and if not, I will shoot it again. Take care, everyone. See ya.